drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Preston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee.
Win anything if you're closest to the score? We picked the scores, and I picked 27-18. Do I potentially win anything?
I don't think there's a prize up for that, though, no.
Oh,
I think it's
all
just
right.
bragging rights, I'm assuming.
That's worth nothing. Joining us now is Brian Bulaga, the future Packer Hall of Famer. Yes. What play or what performance stood out most for you about the game?
Right? He goes out there, 3 sacks, and, in big moments, too. Big time sack, comes off the field from getting a drink of water and literally beats the tackle around the edge in about 2 seconds and gets a big time sack. That's what he is. He is a game wrecker, and that's kind of his. That's why you bring a guy in like that, right? That's what $45 million pass rushers do. They wreck games, and that's what he was. He was a game wrecker. So, that one jumps off the page to me right away from a performance standpoint, right? There were good performances. You look around, I think, Jacobs kind of sticking it out with his calf injury. You could tell he was not 100%. I think you could see the way he was moving and just how he normally is compared to what he looked like yesterday. He was not 100%, but he went out there and played, right? He went out there and gave everything he probably could and still walks away with 2 touchdowns. Ran hard, ran physical, and did the best he could, right? And that's, to me, that's a leader. That's a leader that you want in the huddle. That's a guy that you want to block for as an offensive lineman. So that kind of stands out to me as you don't look at it as I get he has 2 touchdowns, but you don't look at it as that standout performance. I know like I said, he had 2 touchdowns. And that's a nice day for a running back, any running back, but it's not 120 yards or 30 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it jumps off the page to me because the guy isn't 100%. He's a running back. They kind of need to have their legs feeling good to go out there and play and risk more injury. And he goes out there, guts it out, and plays hard, runs hard, and does the most he could to help the team win. And to me, that says a lot about the guy, right? It speaks volumes about him. So that to me jumps out. So there were good performances up and down. I thought Kraft played really well. They force fed him the ball. You know what I mean? I think that's fantastic. They got Golden the ball early. I thought Dobbs got force fed as well. There were certain guys that Love was pumping the ball into. I know Golden's targets kind of fell off, towards the end of the second in the second half. But there's a reason for that. The Cardinals recognized that early, and they were okay, if we let this young kid that's got speed, if we let him just continue to be cut wide open, he is going to burn us. He is going to burn us, and you got to take risks as a defense, and you leave him open, he is going to cut you wide open. And that's the case.
If you leave him open, he will cut you wide open. Did you just invent that, or did someone else say that? That's really good.
No, I just came up with that.
All
'cause
right.
That's the case with him, man. Like that is the absolute case with him. So like, but I like to see that with him, right? Like you get him involved early because it does. From from an offensive perspective, you look at when you start to get him the ball early, defenses do have to adjust, right? Like they do have to start rotating safeties and doing different things coverage wise to like accommodate for him because he's so dangerous with his speed and you can't leave him in space. You just can't because it's break one tackle, and if he's alone, if he breaks one tackle, it's off to the races. And like that's why he's such a dangerous weapon for the Packers. But like I thought Dobbs had a nice day. I mean, obviously Kraft, really nice day. I mean, there were guys that I thought had solid performances, on offense. I thought defense. Obviously, Micah was who I talked about first. I thought in the secondary, we struggled a little bit, right? I mean, I think we struggled in the secondary a little bit. I thought their tight ends, I think their receivers had nice days, right? I mean, I don't think that's a secret. I think, their tight end, their guy, he's a stud, man. He's a good football player, and their wideouts had a nice day too.
No,
right?
they had no answer to the tight end. They couldn't stop him. The only time he didn't catch it is when the ball was thrown poorly, and I'd thrown the ball to him every time. He was unstoppable, and fortunately they chose not to throw it to him sometime. All right, the 3 pillars of the game brought to you by 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities. Again, 300 acres in Towson. That's what I call it. You have an open? All right, Pebble has an open. Sorry.
Every game tells a story.
Oh, you want the full story?
From big-time players
Jaden Reed, make a man miss.
to clutch drives.
Love going to throw a fade here in the corner. It is caught for the touchdown.
It's time to give you the 3 pillars that built it. Independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities provides top-ranked care and service in a beautiful lake country setting. Visit 3pillars.org today.
300 acres in Dousman. I had that. And I normally would let Brian Bulaga go first, but I'm a little disappointed because of all the things he mentioned, he didn't mention the most amazing part of that game. You have a better chance of a unicorn showing up than Havrasek with a 61-yard field goal. It's the end of the first half. There's 7 seconds left. I'm going, they're just going to hand the ball off. Then they get 22 yards to Dobbs, and I'm going, well, now you're going to go for the end zone. They bring him out. You got a better chance of bringing me out, assuming that I'm going to grow hair. 61 yards. The guy was going to be a substitute teacher in Cleveland. 61 yards. I believe that is the record for the Green Bay Packers, right? Yep. He was scheduled to be in the practice squad Hall of Fame because he's been on so many practice squads, but never good enough to kick a field goal. I think he did have 2 with the Rams. 61 yards. You know what had a better chance of occurring? Brian Bulaga with a 37-yard run for a touchdown. Then Havrasek, 61-yard field goal. It's so unbelievable, people can't even talk about it. And that is the number 1 pillar of 3 pillars. Not the most important, but the most amazing that they even tried it.
I agree. Well, that's why I didn't say it, because I knew you were going to say that first, so I saved it. I didn't even want to talk about it.
Good,
so
you did a good job. Nicely done.
I saved it. Listen, and I want people to know.
Did it change the tempo of the game? I'm never a big on tempo game, but they're down two scores. Does it? Everybody had to go, what the hell just happened? First of all, what's his name? They don't even know his name.
Dude, and that was such a big momentum swing. That was such a big kick in the momentum swing in that game. Because it goes down 1 score right there, right?
Yes.
No one expected that to happen. They go down 1 score going into half, right? I mean, that was such a big
You know what they're
response.
thinking when they bring him out? The hell is coach thinking? Dude's crazy.
Yeah, and like my thought was like I'm hoping we cleaned up field goal protection. That's my thought. Like that was my initial thought. Is like, hey, I hope field goal. And like, hey, to Bisaccia's credit,
You know what I
he
thought?
was right.
You know what I thought? What if he's 15 yards short? What if the ball, it'd be the shortest field goal ever attempted, it makes it to the 5-yard line? I'm admitting, that's what I was thinking. Had you ever heard one thing about Haversack like, oh, he's got a great leg?
Nope. No, didn't hear, but he had plenty of space too.
Yes.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room.
I'm telling you what I went in today and said, I want my ass out of here. You release me now. Because I want to go somewhere else. What?
And I'm saying no.
What are you going to say? What is the contract like? The Giants would take him.
I'm sure they would.
So
but
how
you're on the active roster. You're not going anywhere.
For the whole season.
I would.
Okay. No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but once you're on, if they keep him on, he can't go anywhere.
Oh, they'd have to be traded.
Yeah.
They'd have to be traded.
I would protest not show up. Haversack. Where was he? He's not showing up.
He wants to go somewhere else.
He wants to go somewhere else. Damn right.
Oh, my gosh.
Or how much could he offer? How much could he demand if you're his agent? $500,000? Hey, I'm sticking around, but I want another $500,000.
I mean, league minimum right now is what? I mean, I think they're already getting that. I mean, I don't know what they're getting, but it's pretty good.
I can't say. That's like, you have to be really old. Chuck Mersine in the ice ball. All right, that's one pillar. Now, the two other pillars, you alluded to them a little bit. Parsons has to be. That is exactly why you bring him in. He did exactly what you want.
Yep. I mean, to me, that is the pillar. Like, right, I think from a defensive standpoint, he's your game changer, right? He is the game changer. He's the game wrecker. He sets the tone for the defense, and he did, right? Like, when they needed a big sack, he came up with it. I mean,
just so you know, Arizona had the ball 1st and 10 at the Packer 26 with about 30-some seconds to go. They were close to scoring.
Yes. Yeah. And he stopped that. I mean, that's really what it was. And I mean, I thought he played well. I mean, he was disruptive the whole game, right? I mean, he potentially could have had 4 or 5 sacks. That's how well I thought he played the entire game. But like, that's who he is. Like, that's really who he is. And it'll be fun to see how he builds off this now the rest of the season. Like, I mean, he's at 5 sacks now. Like, it elevates him now probably close to the sack leaders. Mm-hmm. A couple more games like that, he'll be jumping the sack leaders. and there he is, right in the mix of it. So, like, definitely one of the top pillars for me. No
All right,
doubt.
now the third pillar, you have 3 choices. We have Jordan Love, who I guess he convinced LaFleur to change his mind. You have LaFleur, who changed his mind. Like, you can tell us how many times players have asked something, and the coach goes, yeah, right, okay, never mind. I'm making this. And or Kraft, who clearly is the man in terms of getting the ball to him. So I don't know on that big play. Who you want to give it to LaFleur? You want to give it to Jordan Love? You want to give it to Kraft? Take your pick, Brian Bulaga.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I thought Kraft played fantastic. He's like my 4th pillar if we had one, but he's like my runner-up. So like, I'm gonna go with Jordan Love because I was with Matt initially, like, kick the field goal and like trust our defense to play, right? Like, that's the way I was looking at that initially. I was with Matt, right? So that was Jordan coming off the field and saying, hey, like, I feel good about this, and convincing Matt to send the offense back out and run a play, right? Like that, and that's Matt trusting Jordan that there was something that he liked, that he saw, and trusting the quarterback and the offense to go back out there and do that. So, like, I have to imagine, obviously there's mutual trust, and Matt has to, like, give the green light to it to go out and do it. So there is, I mean, I guess it's both of them. But Jordan has to go out there and, go to him and say, like, hey, man, like, I feel good about this. Like, I love the play call. I love this. I love this.
Did you ever do that to a head coach at any time in your career?
They would have told me go sit down. Like, go sit, like get
You're
away from
Brian
me.
Bulaga.
Yeah, they don't care. They absolutely would not have cared. The only guy that could do that is the quarterback. That's the only guy that can go up to the head coach and say, hey, offense needs to go back out on the field. So, like, anyone else, go sit back down. Like, that's literally what that is. So if it wasn't Aaron, then it was nobody. So, like, Jordan Love's the only guy that can go up there and do that. So, like, that's why I'm saying Jordan, because Jordan put it out there, right? Like, he's like, hey, I feel good about it, or whatever, however the conversation went. And he was right? And then it takes Matt a lot, right, to okay that decision, right? That's a huge decision. So I give it to Jordan mostly, but also Matt to green light it and, like, put that trust in the offense to go out there and execute. So, like, that's kind of it's a joint venture, but mostly Jordan for going to him first and, trying to convince the head coach to send the offense back out and give it one more shot.
What do you believe is the percentage of the coach listening to even the quarterback in this kind of a situation? 10%, 20%, or does it depend on the coach?
I think it depends on the coach. And I think in this situation, field goal team was out there.
I know.
Right? Like, so Matt had his mind made up. And, like, to me, honestly, like, Matt had the field goal team out there. I felt good about the field goal team being out there. Like, I was like, all right, good. Like, Arizona will get the ball back.
Right, because you knew how great the guy was. He made a 61-yarder.
Yeah.
45 is nothing. All right.
Yeah.
We've taken care now of our 3 pillars senior living communities, 3pillars.org. Bucks basketball is back. It's time to play. The Bucks open up the regular season Wednesday against Washington. Watch Miles Turner play in his first regular season game as a Buck. Nothing compares to the energy of Fiserv Forum. They list 3 things. That's not the 3 I use. Giannis, and more Giannis. Get in on all the action with a ticket plan that works for you. Learn more at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets. And coming up at 5:30, Rob Domowski, but not next. Next is more Brian Bulaga.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. A new issue now on 94 heading eastbound, just before you get to the Highway 100 area. We've got a crash on the right shoulder, and that's causing for big delays all the way into the Zoo interchange. Speaking of which, we've got southbound 894 backed up. We got the 2 left lanes blocked at National Avenue with a broken down vehicle, and that is making for delays stretching back through the Zoo interchange all the way up to about Mayfair Road. On eastbound 94, backing up from 84th Street, continuing all the way to about 35th. And then the other accident on southbound 43 at North Avenue, just about all cleared out of the way. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers, cloudy, windy, a low of 45. Tomorrow, chance for scattered showers. It'll be cool and cloudy and a bit windy, a high of 54. Weather's brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a championship shine. Get your first wash free at TsunamiExpress.com. Game day ready, rain or shine. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
Greasy Ben Brust. Just whichever way the wind's blowing. I have bad posture. I don't have a great backbone, Joshy.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
Homer here with a message about 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. 3 Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You gotta go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on 3 Pillars at 3pillars.org.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice-cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Make Tsunami Express Car Wash part of your fall game plan. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including our newest in New Berlin, we've always got your ride covered. Sign up online today and get your very first wash free. That's a $25 value, absolutely free. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes, free vacuums, and detailing tools to keep that car looking sharp and game day ready. Don't wait to get in on the action. Claim your free car wash right now at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org. This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza, with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer. Packers win. The game next. We'll talk about it later in the week. I have very strong opinions about the overall insignificance of the game. The importance of Aaron Rodgers for the Packers is huge because he plays against all four of the teams. But as far as I'll state what I tweeted, and then Brian Balaga. Aaron Rodgers game, it'll be like going to Six Flags. It will be fun. It will not be that important. Important is how Rodgers plays, and Pittsburgh does in all four games against division teams.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that. I mean, it's huge to me. I mean, it's vital. Obviously, you know, how this one goes is, you know.
Okay, you're on the team now. Let's say you're still on the Packers.
Okay.
All right, what are you thinking heading into this game? And I ask that because you played with him. I mean, you have a ring because of him.
Yeah.
But now you're playing him, and people think, well, no, Bulaga's retired. Not really. How old are you?
36 now.
Yes, you could easily still be playing if not hurt. So, all right, tell me what your mood would be this week. How important would the game be to you?
I mean, it would be important. It would be very important because I think you want to beat your old quarterback, and it's the same way he feels about wanting to beat you, right? I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's not, and at least for me, it would not be in a malicious way, right? It's certainly not that. It's not like there's any ill will, but you want to win, right? You want to you hope, obviously, not as good of friends as you are or as great of memories as you have. You want him to do well, maybe not in this particular game, obviously, because if he's doing well in that game, you know what happens when he does well. You've experienced it firsthand, and it's normally when he does well, it goes really well for you as an offensive lineman. So, like, you understand the gravity of the situation when he does well. So maybe not the situation, but overall, you want him to do well when he plays. But you want to beat him, right? I mean, you understand that every game is important. You want to beat him, and keep momentum rolling for your team, the Green Bay Packers. So, like, to me, it's obviously another game. It's a big game. There's going to be a lot made out of it because he is a legend of the franchise. He is a Hall of Famer. There is no doubt about it. We could have a debate who's the best quarterback of the Green Bay Packers franchise, and I'm going to say him. People may say Favre. People may say Bart Starr. It doesn't. Hey, we could all have that discussion. That's fine. It's a healthy discussion. But no matter what, you want to beat him, right? Like,
why do you say he's the best ever? What you've alluded to this, but I guess I want you. What about him was so great?
Yeah, I don't think that there's a better passer of the ball.
Okay.
I don't think that there's a better pure quarterback than Aaron Rodgers in Packers history. Now, I didn't get to play with all of them, obviously. You look at him from a statistical standpoint, he hits all those criteria. He hits all that criteria. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
I mean, but you played with him, but you watched other quarterbacks, and I will say this, observing, it's like easy for you, which tells me he was so good. I don't know if it amazed you, but they're
listen, I was very fortunate to play in an era of the Bradys, the Mannings, the Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, like amazing Hall of Fame quarterbacks, right? Like, I mean, some of the best quarterback play that the NFL will ever see, right? I mean, very fortunate that I got to play in that era. But he was by far, I mean, you could ask all these guys, I mean, and I've seen a lot of interviews with these guys, and they will say he probably was the most talented. Right, like, and that. Oh yeah, and there's no doubt about
played
it.
the
There's
position
no
as well, if not better, than anyone. That's what's said. That's the way it's put down.
Yeah, and like that to me is why I say it, and that's not taking anything away. And I didn't get to play with Brett. I just got to hear stories about Brett, obviously from the guys that I got to play with.
Well, the difference between the two is easy. Rodgers never made any mistakes, and Favre did. And one of the keys to a quarterback is not to turn the ball over. No, I'm always amazed because you're usually a little guarded about things. You have never been the slightest bit guarded about this. It's easy for you to say. Understanding people disagree, but you don't care. I mean, it's just like
it's okay. Yeah, I don't mind that people disagree with me.
Yeah, no, but I mean, there are other things you'll think about. You don't ever think about this. This is next question. This is so easy.
I'm 100% on it. Yeah. Like, and I'll debate it to people. Like, and it's the easiest thing for me. Like, it really is. I think people have really short memory on it. Like, I really think they do.
But they're not in the huddle. They're not.
No, I mean, they have no idea how much confidence a group has when you're looking at him in the huddle, and you just know. Like, you just know, like, and like, I get other teams had that feeling, right, with Brady and with Manning, like, but like those, but we're talking about the best of the best, right? Like, it's like that's what we're talking about here. Like, we're talking about the best of the best,
and just to be, just literally just to be in the discussion speaks of something special. All right, Rob Demovsky is next. They can choose to talk about Rodgers or about the game yesterday. The Packers with the win, 27-23. The only time they led was at the end. And yes, I can tell you what will be remembered historically about the game. There's only one thing, and it ain't even close. 61-yard field goal by a substitute teacher. I don't know if he's doing that. And the players, we should do a poll. How many players on the Packers team, let's say you have 60 people, how many know his name? What would you say? 40?
Well,
30?
everyone now, but at the time, probably 30.
Okay,
probably all the special teams guys and offensive guys, because the lineman got a block for him.
I mean, it's obviously on the special teams. Who's the guy? He's the fill-in kicker. What's his name? I don't know. He's the fill-in kicker. Why do I need to know? Like, we just want him to make the extra points, and hey, your fill-in kicker just kicked one from 61 yards. Anything's possible. Rob Demovsky next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, a little bit backed up. We've got 41 southbound slowing down from Mayfair Road, pretty much all the way down through the Zoo interchange, all the way down to where the two left lanes are blocked at National Avenue with a broken down vehicle. So you're going to want to watch out for that one. We've also got eastbound 94, a crash. Basically, just before you get to Highway 100, it is off on the right shoulder. So watch out for the delays. They're stretching back into Waukesha County. More delays then from about 76th Street through the stadium. The westbound side's just a little bit backed up right through the stadium to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on southbound 43, we're still dealing with that crash. Well, actually, I'm not seeing anything with that crash on 43 southbound at North. They're saying the right shoulder is still blocked. We're seeing some delays still coming in from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers, cloudy, windy, a low of 45. Tomorrow, a chance for scattered showers, cool, cloudy, and windy, a high of 54. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Milwaukee, it's officially time for October baseball. The energy is electric, the city is buzzing, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Carbless. Carbless is the ready-to-drink cocktail that keeps fans cheering. No sugar, full of flavor, and always refreshingly delicious. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, celebrating downtown, or gathering with friends at home, Carbless is your go-to for every big hit, every clutch play, and every Brewers moment. So crack open a Carbless, raise it high, and toast to October baseball in Milwaukee, because nothing goes better with the big stage in baseball than finding your bliss. Visit drinkcarbless.com and see where Carbless is located nearest to you.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at Accutransgroup.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question or a safe space to cry or a small win, can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take that step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
October is here, and if you've got old windows, it's time to eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation. Right now, during the Brewers postseason, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. And be sure to ask how you can score a pair of tickets to a 2026 Brewers home game. Don't miss out on free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, and Brewer tickets from Window Nation, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Offering soon, so visit windownation.com now to get started.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Middleton's Joey Passaglia. Passaglia is a senior on the Middleton football team and is the starting quarterback and captain for the Cardinals. In a 56-7 win over Madison La Follette, Passaglia had 4 total touchdowns, 3 passing and 1 rushing. Through 7 weeks of the season, Passaglia has over 1,700 total yards of offense with 17 total touchdowns and 129 completions. Off the football field, he's also a star on the baseball diamond for the Cardinals. Congrats to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Middleton High School's Joey Passaglia.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Victory Monday brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza with delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian. Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer. The cot is ready. Rob Demoski and the doctor of football, Brian Bulaga, who's nice, so he does the introduction.
Rob, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, Brian. How are you?
I'm great. That easy flight back home, direct?
It was direct for a change, but it wasn't didn't leave the desert till 11 and got back here at 4. So just Just missed LaFleur's press conference, but I was able to listen to it on or watch it on the plane. So
okay.
Yeah.
Anything interesting from it?
Well, I mean, I thought we all know what we want to talk about this week, right? And that's Rodgers. And Homer will can attest to this. It's not anything like when Brett Favre was playing the Packers for the first time in 2009. I mean, circumstances were just so different, and it was just so heated at that time. But like, this is still, it's still a pretty big deal. And LaFleur, one of the first things he said today was, "We are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who just happen to have Aaron Rodgers." It's as simple as that.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
you got to give them an A for effort on that to try to cut that storyline down. But it's interesting for us. And does it have a whole lot of bearing on like the guys in the locker room? Probably not. I mean, LaFleur made the point. There's only a few guys here that have played with him. It's more than a few. There's actually 13. I went through the roster and counted. A bunch of those guys, like, was it Romeo Dobbs draft class? I mean, they only played 1 year with Rodgers. But, there are still plenty of guys around here who have ties to him.
Yeah. So what, I mean, Homer and I, obviously, this was a huge play in the game. Obviously, Haversick's record-setting field goal at the end of the half, right? I mean, obviously, phenomenal.
Most surprising thing that has ever occurred in Packer history.
Yeah, it's a bold statement.
All right, well,
I don't know
prove
that I
me
can
wrong.
argue it. I don't know that I can.
Did you wonder what the hell are they doing?
So here's what Homer is. I'm glad you asked that, because here's what I said in real time. They trot out there with 7 seconds left, and they were in the huddle for a long time. And I said to one of the guys sitting next to me in the press box, I go, "Boy, that's a awfully long time in the huddle just to say we're going to kneel down. Like, does the kneel down even have a play name? Like, is it, X45, V57, whatever, or is it just we're taking a knee here?" So I was thinking, boy, this is a long time in the huddle for just a kneel down. And then when he dropped back the pass, I was like, oh boy, this could be like, was it the Dallas game where they, had the mishap at the end of the half and it cost them? But no, it was gutsy. And
did you think they were going to kick a field goal after they got the 22-yard pass? I assumed they were going to throw it in the end zone.
No, I was watching the sideline and the kick. There almost wasn't even time to think about it. Those guys were halfway.
Did you
out
have
of the
any
field.
idea he could kick one that long?
No idea. I mean, I don't know that many guys can. So no, I was. But
all right, sorry, Brian, take over.
No, I just to say I figured it's worth a shot. I mean, why not? I guess if you get it blocked and they return it, it's bad. But
so I guess my question is, what is the plan going forward with him?
Yeah.
Like what? I mean.
Yeah. So before the game, I was talking to some people with the Packers staff, and I asked. At first, I asked about Jacobs, and they said, yeah, we're going to put him through a workout, but if all goes well, he's going to play. And I said, what about the kicker? And they said, definitely not playing this week, meaning yesterday. And we're going to make sure we take it slow with him because we don't want a kicker's leg to be an ongoing issue. So he may not. They were talking like it may even be another week. I don't think there's any scenario in which Lucas Haversick is their long-term kicker the rest of the year in place of Brandon McManus, unless McManus just can't come back due to injury. Now, the interesting thing to me is most of the time, these guys, they come in, these rent-a-players, so to speak, at whatever position, but definitely kicker or punter. They come in for a week or two, and then they cut them, and that's the end. But, he's 10 for 10. If he has another good game this week in Pittsburgh, assuming he kicks, I mean, could they possibly get something for him in a trade? I mean, if someone or two teams need a kicker and know the Packers may not necessarily just release him and just hang on to him. I mean, the trade deadline's November 4th or whatever the first Tuesday in November is. This could be lining up for them that maybe even, may just be a 7th round pick or something, but you might be able to get something for him rather than just letting them walk out the street. The other thing I think you might do, Brian, is, even if McManus comes back, maybe you hold on to him for a week or two, just to make sure McManus doesn't have a recurrence of the injury, just because he's back, you would hate to cut him and somebody else pick him up and then you need him. So I wonder if maybe they would wait, even when McManus comes back, they'd wait a week or two.
Yeah. I mean, that would be my biggest thing is, like, obviously McManus is, he's very reliable and he's very good, but obviously, you just don't want to let Haversick walk out the door for nothing. I mean, the kids.
No, I get it. But like, to me, I'm gonna roll with the guy who's kicked in the league for 15 years versus the guy who's kicked in the league for a few months. That's probably the way I would go with it. But I get your point. Like, it's a weird dynamic. I mean, not unlike in a smaller scale, but not unlike what Malik Willis did last year. I mean, obviously the quarterback position is so big.
100 times more amazing. Come on, Rob.
Well, people were talking about, hey, let's trade Malik Willis, last year. But I mean, it's interesting.
So what, from a standpoint of, do you think from an injury standpoint, like, are we going to get Wyatt back this week? Is he out for another week? Because if that's the case, why wouldn't he have gone on IR? Like, I guess that's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think there's a better chance that Wyatt plays than Van Ness. Sounds like it'd be a real long shot to get Van Ness back this week. But Wyatt, like you said, I mean, they didn't put him on IR, so they clearly thought the time frame would be right about now to get him back. I mean, I do also wonder if they're going to get Christian Watson this week. I mean, they'll activate him because this is the third week of a 3-week practice window, and they'll put him on the roster. But, I don't know if you want to play him in your first time in Pittsburgh, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they've had some issues with the turf there. Players have complained about that. But like, Micah Parsons said it after the game. He's like, look, we're playing okay. We're getting by, but, we got a couple major playmaker guys, about to come back. Obviously you could lose guys, but he mentioned Wyatt and Christian Watson specifically, which, like, for a guy who said he doesn't know half the names of the players on the team, he knew those two guys. So he must feel pretty good about those guys.
What do you know about the decision on that 4th and 2 to send the offense back on between LaFleur and Love? What do you know about that dynamic and kind of what happened there at the timeout and what the discussion was or what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, as we talked a lot, I mean, LaFleur doesn't necessarily go by like a book on these things. He said many times that he goes by a gut feel, and his initial gut feel was not to go for it. And then he said he saw the look in Jordan's face, the disappointment. He actually said the disdain that Jordan had, and they ended up calling the timeout and rethinking it, and obviously it worked out. I honestly, when they weren't going to go for it, I was stunned. I thought you have to go for it here, so I liked the decision, in real time. The interesting thing on that one is, everyone's like, oh, they finally targeted Tucker Kraft, in the second half more. Well, Tucker Kraft, who made a nice play on that, was the third option on that play. So, like, that's just the way this offense works. As much as we'd like to say they should target Tucker Kraft 10 times every game like they did yesterday, that wasn't the plan. And that's the read that came up. And, it obviously worked out well. But, I mean, it was an interesting, 30 seconds of contemplation there. Once they popped the timeout, you had to go for it. You can't call the timeout and then not go for it. Then you're just wasting the timeout.
Yeah. What did you think? I mean, I don't know if you talked to Jacobs after. He had to be watching him play. I mean, he gutted through it, which I thought was impressive. He had to be at about 75%, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like he just wanted to go. Like he wanted to play. So I mean, it's sort of remarkable what he has done here at a position that you get hurt, right? I mean, I know there's 100% injury rate at every spot, but running back, like his durability, they talked about it when they signed him. I think he had missed 4 games the year before his last year with the Raiders, but before that had really hardly ever missed any time. But you're thinking, well, okay, 5th-year running back, he's coming off a season where he missed some games. It's a risky proposition. Well, this guy has been as tough and as some of it's luck too, but I mean what he has done and how he carries himself. Like there's certain guys in the locker room, and I'm sure you can name guys over the years that just command respect without demanding it. And that's just like those players are you can't replace those. You can't replicate it. You can't force it. Like, I don't know if you have anybody that comes to mind from your playing time, but, right now, to me, like, he's a guy who everybody just sees what he does, and you can't help but say, I want to be like him. So I think it's incredibly admirable on his part.
Yep, that's exactly what I said to Homer. That's exactly what I said to Homer when we talked about kind of the guys that stood out. That's exactly what I said about him. I go, he is a leader. He's a leader. Yeah, like that's what he is.
He said that, after the game, he said they didn't want me to play. Like, I had to convince them to let me play. And I watched that pregame workout closely. And when he was done and he had a big smile on his face, I said, well, he's playing. So I guess they were trying to. He said afterwards that they were trying to hold him to 20 to 25 plays, not touches, but just snaps, like which is not a lot, for in a game. No. I think they had what did they have? They had a bunch of. This might have been one of their higher offensive play totals, and trying to look up what he actually did. He ended up playing. Oh boy, he ended up playing 31 of. Actually, they only had 56 snaps, so I thought they had more. They only had so he played more than half, and they were only supposed to play him 20 to 25. But the way he is, that just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, no. I guess my last one is what was your takeaway? Kind of. I mean, obviously Micah played phenomenally. I mean, that's a different side of the defense. What was your takeaway from the back end of the defense? What's kind of your thought going on back there? I mean, that was for me. Obviously the Dallas game is what it is, but from you look at from a performance standpoint, I would say obviously that was their lowest performance game. Well, I mean, what'd you kind of take away from that?
Yeah, I mean, look, let's not sugarcoat it. And Nate Hobbs did not have a good game, right? Like he wasn't good. I don't know if it's just his knee is still a problem, or if remember when they signed him, he was basically a slot corner, and they're trying to play him outside. So I don't know if it's just that's not the right place for him, or he's struggling with the injuries. But you have a guy, Carrington Valentine, who made a ton of plays in training camp, sort of waiting in the wings. And LaFleur, it might have been Wilde. Somebody asked LaFleur today about, do you have to give Valentine a look? And LaFleur made it sound like no, that they believe in Hobbs. He said, and LaFleur doesn't often say players have a bad game, but he said, look, he's a competitive dude, takes a lot of pride in his work, and he'll rebound. Were there some rough moments? Yeah. But that's the beauty of playing this position is there's going to be times when you get beat and you got to be resilient. So I don't know that, I don't know if they're giving up on him yet. I do though, really, Brian, wonder if, just the outside cornerback is not his best spot. But then what do you do? Because Keyshawn, he's proven that he can play outside, and you have Javon Bullard in the slot. So if you don't play Hobbs outside, I'm not sure you play him, and that's an awful lot of money for a guy who isn't going to play.
Not to mention the stupidity of a close helmet to helmet. Now, people told me it's not a penalty in the NFL. Yes, it is. If you lower your head or whatever the specifics are. He doesn't play well, and this isn't the first action he's made that.
It's been a struggle, no doubt.
What's the word if you don't want to use stupid? Like, just what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, that's a good point.
All right, thanks, Rob.
All right, enjoy the Rodgers week. I will.
Hey, just so you know, there are 4 Rodgers weeks. He's playing against all the teams in the division, and that's a level of importance. 3-pillar senior living communities, beautiful setting along the Bark River, 300 acres. That's what I say. It's a city, 300 acres in Dousman. So it can be a top-ranked full continuum community offering active adult and independent living, assisted living and memory care, skilled nursing and rehab. So you have incredible wellness programs and a long list of activities. Yeah, because you got 300 acres. And as is always the case with senior living, the key is the staff. Amazing staff. Been there, know people who live there. They're happy. They like the staff. They like the size. See for yourself in Dousman. 3pillars.org. Fourth quarter with the doc, Brian Bulaga, next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we believe brilliance lives in every child. Here, students are challenged, supported, and celebrated every single day. With small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and a proven track record of academic excellence, MCP is helping Milwaukee kids reach their fullest potential. Enrollment is still open for grades K-3 through 8. Spaces are limited. Apply today. Give your child a school where they'll thrive. Visit mkeprep.com or call today. Milwaukee College Prep. Brilliance lives here.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC?
Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Memories made at a Milwaukee Bucks game last a lifetime. And this season, you can experience the unbelievable action your way. With a partial season ticket plan, you get to choose the games that work for your schedule, your budget, and your crew. Feel the intensity of the NBA's biggest matchups, the thrill of buzzer beaters, and the energy that brings the crowd to its feet. Be part of the moments that make Bucks basketball special. Find the plan that works for you at bucks.com/partial.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
With Brian Bulaga, Window Nation, 90% customer satisfaction. That's what's important, not what I think. It's what people that have worked with Window Nation think. October is here, and if you've got old windows, it's time to eliminate annoying drafts once and all for Window Nation. Well, is it too late? No. Window Nation can get it done now. Right now. You just say, I want it done now. No, I want it done right now. Now, also, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years, and you could get a pair of tickets for the Brewers' next season of home game. Don't miss out on free windows, 0 payments for 2 years. Brewers tickets from Window Nation, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. And yes, tell them Homer said, I want it done now, right now. No problem. Offer ends soon. Visit windownation.com to get started. With Brian Bulaga, the questions on YouTube. How does Brian feel about offensive lineman Jordan Morgan? Take it away, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, I mean, I think he played fine again. I got to go back through the tape one more time and kind of look at him specifically. I kind of went through it quickly today. I had a little bit busy today to go back through and.
But
find
if it was
moments where I
bad, you
normally
notice
do.
it.
Yeah, no, he didn't play bad. No, he did not play bad. I thought the offensive line, the run game wasn't phenomenal by any stretch. Like I'll start with that. I mean, it was tough sledding in the run game overall. That's why I got to go back through it and kind of.
I want to discuss that.
And look at the run game a little bit more.
They got so many options that teams have to be worried about. You'd think that would make the running game better. Is Arizona's defensive line not very good, or was the protection better this week?
I don't think that they're great pass rushers. I think they're good against the run. I think they're good. I think they're good against the run. I don't think they're great pass rushers. But you still got to block them, right? Like you still got to pass block them and do that. And I think Green Bay did that really well. I thought they held up great in pass pro. They gave Jordan tons of time, which to me, pass blocking is the hardest thing. That is the hardest thing in football. So like for Jordan Morgan, again, did a good job doing that. And to me, like, continue to make steps, continue to make strides. And to me, like that is improvement, right? Like that's a positive sign. So like, again, like I'll have to go again and watch like what happened in the run game. But for me, like if you're doing well in the pass game and pass protecting well and doing those things, like that's a positive sign, right? Like that's a positive sign of growth and that you're improving at the position. So yeah, I think he's playing well. Right. And again, it's a very small sample size, right? We're talking about 2 games. Pittsburgh's D-line is good. So we're going to get
but their defense stinks. They give up a ton of – I think they're the most – I'm just amazed how bad their defense is. We'll get to that. How often in a game do you think that Jordan Love is putting too much air under the ball on a throw?
I mean, I guess – I don't know if I'm the best guy to ask that because, like, you know.
But so does it cross your mind? I don't know. That's if it doesn't, it doesn't.
I will say the one that I was a little worried about was the one that he threw to Tucker Kraft on 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Like I thought he could have put a little more zip on that one, right? Like I thought he could have put a little more heat on that. But
it turned out good. Yeah, we got all kinds of time to talk about. You got to put up 30 on that horrible Pittsburgh defense. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin, Family business owned since 1931. It's not what they do, it's who they are. That's why they're so good. That's why I tell you to go there. Why? Because it's a family business and the